Hi everybody, hope you enjoy our video on Yellowstone National Park.
Hi, we are Tom and Beth. Our venture awaits. We downsized, sold our home, moved into our fifth wheel, and have been on the road as full-timers for over a year now. We're exploring this beautiful country of ours while we can. We hope you will follow along with us as we continue our venture. We travel not to escape life, but for life not to escape us.
Our first wildlife inside Yellowstone National Park, right here in the meadow where the Madison River comes through. Some beautiful elk out there. This is Gibbon Falls, Yellowstone National Park. Boy, doesn't that sound pretty? Love the sound of water rushing over the rocks. Spring. Look at how beautiful that is. Just gorgeous. Road geyser. Look over this way, and there you can see it.
It's the world's tallest active geyser.
That is pretty cool. Say it's infrequent, right? Unpredictable, infrequent, it says.
The last major eruption was July 8th at 6:34 a.m. in the morning.
Yeah, so they say that when it goes, it spews enough stuff that even up into the parking lot, it damages cars and that kind of stuff. But if you look, you can see how the eruptions have just killed all these trees and everything around it as well. Hear it or not, but this mountain, this roaring mountain, lets off steam. Just hear the steam vents going constantly. The Sheep Eater Cliff. It is named for the Indians that used to eat the bighorn sheep. You can see all along this area are these cliffs out along the river here. Waterfalls right off of the road. Look at that.
We're driving through this canyon and it's just amazing. Look at that rock to the right here. Wow, what a beautiful view. Absolutely gorgeous. This road is not open for cars in the winter, I think it said. So you can see why. It's very windy and steep and comes close to the edge quite a few times.
We can't walk up in that area, but you can see the steam pots and how it's overflowed there, and the deposits. That is pretty cool. Mammoth Hot Springs Terraces. This is pretty cool. You can see it's getting a little bit more crowded. This is an absolutely beautiful area. Look at that boiling water coming right out of the ground. Look at those deposits. So pretty. Mammoth Hot Springs Terraces. This is absolutely beautiful. You just see the water cascading over. It's hot water coming out of the ground. It's leaving deposits everywhere. And it is just so cool the way it's just terraced there naturally.
Well, it looks like almost like waterfalls coming down, but just slow down there.
Yeah, it really does.
Slow waterfalls.
Just absolutely gorgeous. Such a beautiful wonder. The temperature here because of the steam coming off the water, is probably a good 15 degrees warmer than the air around it. But just, I know I've said it before, I've said it's beautiful, but the video just doesn't do it justice.
No, it's just amazing and so pretty, and it's just a wonder that you just can't get over. It's just, oh, look up there, the waterfall.
Yeah, it's just absolutely beautiful.
And you had all these mountains around us.
Yep.
A little bit of a hike down here, but not bad. It's all
No, it's
boardwalked.
Yeah, it's got a nice boardwalk
Yep.
that brought us down here. Look at those mountains. We can see them today because the smoke from the fires isn't too bad. Right on the side of the road, just as you drive by, just past the Highland Terrace in the Mammoth Hot Springs area. Look at it just flowing down over there. It's so beautiful. The deposits are just amazing. This is Angel Terrace in the Mammoth Hot Springs area as well. I want everybody to take note of this dangerous ground sign. The bottom line there is that more than a dozen people have been scalded to death and hundreds badly burned and scarred because they went off the trail. The crust can be very thin, very dangerous. How about that for some beautiful waterfalls right on the side of the road, all the way down into this valley. Absolutely gorgeous. So we made it up the trail to Wraith Falls. Absolutely beautiful. Almost looks like you could slide down that, doesn't it?
It does.
It just comes all the way down through this little valley. Really close to us. Look at how big his ears are. We're up on the Blacktail Plateau. Absolutely beautiful though. Inside the Roosevelt Lodge, which is my beautiful wife. We had a 50-minute wait for lunch. We got here right when they opened.
Told 30 minutes.
Yeah, we were told 30 minutes.
But the problem is they don't have enough staff.
That's right. They just simply don't have enough staff at this point. So, but you can look, you can see it's a beautiful old building.
Yeah.
So, absolutely gorgeous building. This is Barrel Spring. You should be able to hear it. Sounds like a jet engine going in the background. That beautiful water just bubbling like crazy. And then it runs out here. Well, we have a bison walking down the road. He particularly likes this area. How beautiful and blue that hot spring is.
And look how you can see it gets deeper and deeper. I mean, you have this area. Then as you go down,
you can just see how deep it is.
Yeah, it goes down in the hole there a little bit.
Yeah, I saw something earlier today that said that temperatures get up to about 188 degrees,
Woo.
Which is not quite boiling.
That's hot.
But it's hot. So this is the fountain paint pots.
And over there you can see it's kind of bubbling. Right there. Wow.
It's just the geothermal geology in this area is
Crazy.
It is. Good word, crazy.
Crazy.
So this is called Red Spouter, and it is from an earthquake that was on August 17th, 1959. is what caused this to start coming up. Before that, it was just a grassy knoll. This is Leather Pool, another beautifully clear pool fed by one of the springs. Look at this, absolutely beautiful. We have a geyser that is going off. Don't know if you can hear it or not.
I think this one is called the Jet Geyser. You can hear it now, but it's flew up in the air there.
Okay, so we believe that is the Clepsydra geyser. Spasm geyser is over here to the right, but it's not currently doing much of anything.
Yeah, I know, Dad.
And there may be another one in the back that we can't tell for sure. But it is absolutely gorgeous here. The Bison again, at least that's what we call him. Call him that because he's all by his lonesome.
So here we have a bison that is in the stand in the middle of the road. Earlier, just a few minutes ago actually, a car went around him a little too close and he bumped it. He reached over and bumped their car. So not sure if he got damaged or not, but we're a little nervous going around this guy, but he's slowly going down into the field. So we're probably pretty safe now.
So Yellowstone day 2, we're in Lamar Valley and you can see all these bison in the Lamar Valley here. And as you go up, sorry about the road noise, there's another one there on the hill. And you go up the hill here, you'll see all those black specks up there are bison. This is the most we've seen. We were keeping track of count at first, but we're all out of counting now. Just too many to count. But it's pretty cool. All the bison. And we did see a bison hit a car just a few minutes ago too.
Coming up on some more bison off on our right.
Oh, there's some smaller babies.
And there's little ones in there too. But this is like the third set we've seen with where it's been herds of them. Yeah, herds of them together. It's kind of neat. All along this road here. This is the Lamar Valley in Yellowstone, where we were told you'll see a lot of wildlife, and we have just seen bison, but that's okay.
This herd of bisons crossing the road. You can see there's some babies up there as well, and it's just as you look over here to the side, there's another little herd here. So you got a bison traffic jam, and when the bisons decide to come across the road,
you stop.
They come. You stop and you hope that they don't hit you. We did see one hit somebody earlier today. So it didn't damage, I don't think it damaged their car. Oh, see, the big bison just crossed with a little baby right next to it. So, oh, there go a couple of them. Oops, those two look like they were, well,
trying to produce more baby bison.
Yeah, maybe, I don't know, but yeah, that's something else. There goes a little baby go running across the road. So you can see the mamas are pushing the. Oh, there's another baby getting ready to go across.
I'm just glad we're back here. And
yeah, we're far enough back that we don't seem to be an issue at this point, but we'd like to get up a little bit farther. But so this particular herd has a lot of babies, and it's the first herd that we've seen that had this many of the little babies in it. So it's that's a pretty cool thing to see. Haven't seen any bears, but lots of bison. Here's more of that herd of bison. Sorry about the additional cars you see there, but just want you to see that those bison are
It's quite a big group of them.
It's a big group of them up on that hill, everything. They're coming across the road. This is Pebble Creek in the Lamar Valley. I don't know why the water is so brown, although they had some rains up this way last night, so that might be why. Some of the other creeks and everything we've seen have not been brown like this one is. But this one is draining from up in the hills, so I think that's probably why. But you can see it's very pretty out here. This is right off the roadway, the Lamar River coming down through these beautiful rocks. Absolutely gorgeous here. Yellowstone River, taken from the bridge that goes across it. You can hear that river just sound so beautiful. And it is beautiful. Look at this beautiful post office for Yellowstone National Park.
Got to mail a package to our grandson today.
That's right. Absolutely beautiful building here. Mammoth Springs. There's a herd of elk that just walked up.
So we're in the little town of Gardner, Montana, and this is the Roosevelt Arch in front of us. And we're just going to drive down here and take a few pictures and show you the area here. Okay, we're now driving through the arch. The Roosevelt Arch is so pretty. See how beautiful that is. This is right outside Yellowstone, West Yellowstone. And we are in the town of Gardner, Montana.
This is the Gardner River. We are right in between the town of Gardner and Mammoth. There's the town of Gardner, just outside Yellowstone National Park in the background. This is the Gardner River. We are actually standing up on, partially up the Rescue Creek Trail. We came across that little bridge and then up over the hill through that pass is where Mammoth Hot Springs is.
Yeah, and if you keep taking the trail, it takes you out a ways.
Yeah, it goes quite a ways.
Yeah, but it's not a bad trail. It's pretty much just dirt, but it's very pretty.
Very pretty trail. Came through Mammoth Hot Springs this morning about 7:30-ish or so. There was nobody here. So if you're interested in doing the hot springs without a bunch of people around, you got to go early in the day.
About 6 o'clock, 6:30.
Yeah, 6:30 is good. But
We left at 5:30.
yeah, was it 6:30? Okay.
I think it's about 6:30 here, so we left at 5:30.
Okay, so the key is get here early.
Yeah.
This meadow and the creek are just upstream from the Virginia Cascades.
And the water is just a little chilly.
Yeah, let's put our fingers down in it.
Yeah, it's a little chilly, but it's mountain water, right?
That's right.
So Cascades.
Very pretty here.
Yeah, and something we found out earlier, we saw a bear today, and we found out that they like the dead trees. The black bears like the dead trees. So we were actually, with our binoculars, got to see a bear up a mountain, up a hill, climbing on one of these logs. So if nobody else had stopped, we would never have seen it. But we saw a bunch of people stopping there, so we stopped
too.
We stopped too. But I just see all these dead trees, and I think about that the bears like these trees.
That's right.
Yeah. This is the Lower Falls overlook. You can see the water rushing down. It's just beautiful. Absolutely beautiful.
upper overlook for those falls. If you look down here, you can almost make out a rainbow.
Then you have on the hill, there's a whole bunch of people up there that are looking at overlook on the other side.
Yeah, that's overlook from the other side.
Yeah.
Beautiful as you go through here. Absolutely gorgeous. Is Yellowstone Lake. Sorry for the haze, it's actually smoke from the fires, from the wildfires that are out west here. But Yellowstone Lake, maximum depth of 410 feet. Beautiful big lake. Pretty elk. Look at how pretty this guy is. Look at the rack on that guy. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. This is Bluebell Pool. And then behind it is Seismograph Pool. And out there, you can see the lake. This is Winter Spring. Comes out right into the lake. The lake is absolutely gorgeous here, and look at the boardwalk goes right along the lake.
Lake Yellowstone.
Yeah, the Yellowstone Lake. This is Lakeshore Geyser. Look at it go. Wow. This is called Fishing Cone. It's an interesting geological shape there. Just look at the water here and how pretty it is. Just absolutely gorgeous. Oh, so is she. This is Black Pool. It is just so clear and
So pretty blue.
pretty blue.
Yeah.
You just, I don't know if you can see in the picture how deep it is, but you can tell it is really deep.
They have this boardwalk that takes you all around, all the way over to the lake. All the way around, you see these different springs.
Yeah, different springs and geological things, but this is just beautiful. This is in the West Thumb area of Yellowstone. This is the Abyss Pool. You can see on this end of it, it's rather shallow. Well,
Not shallow.
not really shallow, but you can see how
you
deep
see-
it is.
Yeah, but then
But
down
as you
here,
come over this direction,
it's just so
you
deep.
can't see it at all.
And the heat that we're feeling from this
Yeah,
is crazy.
It's really,
I mean, it's in the 80s right now, but this heat
the
really,
heat coming off of the pools is crazy.
And it's 4:30 in the afternoon.
Yeah. This is Kepler Cascades. They're absolutely beautiful. We have learned that when you're in Yellowstone and you see a sign that says Cascades, take the detour, because that means there's a beautiful waterfall. You see it just continues to go up there. Absolutely beautiful. Blue Star Spring, just down from Old Faithful. Here's the outside structure of the Old Faithful Inn. This place is just magnificent. We are inside Old Faithful Inn. Look at this structure here. All these logs. Absolutely beautiful. All the way up there. Wow. This little pool or spring doesn't have a name, but look at it boiling. And then you can see it drains off into the river back behind it.
Woo! Nice. Sheesh. It's hard to watch you. That's amazing.
It really is. Biscuit Basin, the August 17th, 1959 earthquake created this as well. The sapphire pool began to erupt violently, blowing away the large rock biscuits around the crater. This is the sapphire pool in the Biscuit Basin. This is just absolutely beautiful.
Well, you can see why they give it the color sapphire, or call it sapphire pool, because it's the color sapphire.
Because of the blue, yeah. If you didn't know it was hot, boy, you would just want to go for a swim. It just looks so inviting. But it's not. You got to stay off, stay out. It's dangerous. So this is Shell Spring. Mocha Spring. This is Jewel Geyser erupting. That's pretty cool. This is in the Biscuit Basin, right?
Yep, that's about it.
And it looks like that might be it. Oh, wait, there's some more. There we go. Oh, that one went pretty high. This is Steady Geyser, which the water coming out from leads right down into Firehole Lake.
So this is Firehole Falls. Just so pretty. We've seen several sets of falls today. It's just been so nice to find these on our little adventure.
Here are some more falls along Firehole Canyon Road. Absolutely gorgeous. I think these were the ones that I actually saw from the main road that made us want to go down this way. Absolutely beautiful. As we're walking up towards the Grand Prismatic Spring, the air temp is about 38, 40 degrees.
And we're in shorts.
This morning. We're in shorts, but we have jackets on.
It's supposed to
But
be
it's just
88 today, so.
Yeah, but it's kind of neat to see all the steam coming off of everything coming across the boardwalk. So just thought you'd like to see that. This is the Excelsior Geyser crater. Last time it erupted was 1985. And when it erupts, it's very violent. They don't know when it will go again. It had been about 100 years before that when it went. But you can see it's hot. So I would not want to be here when it went off, that's for sure. Well, that is Grand Prismatic Spring. You can barely see how clear the water is through that steam coming off of it. We'll see if we can get any closer down at farther on the boardwalk. But at this point, the steam is making it very difficult to see. That's about as close as we can get to Grand Prismatic Spring. And you know it's going to be beautiful, but it was so hard to get in here the other day. We couldn't find a parking spot in this place. So I'm afraid that we're not going to get a good view of this particular spring. This is Opal Pool, just down from the Grand Prismatic Spring. Looks like it's not as hot. It's not putting out nearly as much steam as it is. This is Turquoise Pool, although the only little turquoise spot that I see in that pool
To the left.
is right over there to the left. So interesting that they have that particular name for it. You can see the sun just starting to peek up over the rise amongst all this steam. So this is where the Prismatic Spring dumps down into the Firehole River.
We're driving through this part of Yellowstone National Park, and you can just see where I guess the fires have just taken down so many of the trees.
Yeah, this is just inside the eastern gate for Yellowstone.
Just amazing how we came around the corner and just saw all these trees that have that have just been burned. You can see there. Just so sad. Coming down the hill and you can see Yellowstone Lake over there. It's kind of hazy because of the fires in the surrounding areas. But this lake out there is just huge. It stretches for a long ways, and it's just very, very, very pretty. Of course, you can't see the trees right now, but it is very, very pretty lake.
This is the Mud Geyser area, not too far from the Mud Volcano area, but you can see the river real pretty in the background. They say they don't know when this is going to erupt again, but it's back in the late 1970s. The area got very hot and killed off most of the trees. This is sizzling Basin. You can hear it bubbling in the background. The churning cauldron. Over 500 earthquakes shook this area between July 1st and July 15th, 1995. Every now and then you can catch a glimpse of it as it comes up through the steam there. This guy is sitting right off of the boardwalk, right here in the Mud Volcano area. Black Dragon's Cauldron roared into life in 1948. So there is Black Dragon's Cauldron. Look at that thing, just boiling. Crazy. So this is Sour Lake. It's very pretty. This is Mud Volcano, and you can see it is a boiling vat of mud coming right out of that hillside there. Pretty cool. Dragon's Mouth Cauldron. So there's a different view of the falls we were right next to the other day. You can see those people standing down there, and that's where we were the other day. The Grand Canyon of Yellowstone. You can see it's absolutely beautiful here. And you can see the yellowish color in the rock, which is what gives Yellowstone National Park its name. And in the distance, you can see the upper falls over there. So here's some more of Yellowstone's Grand Canyon. Oh, if you look down here, there's a little chipmunk right there. You've seen those all over the place.
Tiny one.
Yeah. Very pretty here. The Yellowstone River going through the canyon. Here's the view of the falls in the Grand Canyon of Yellowstone. So this is the lower falls. Absolutely beautiful. Pretty unique spring in that it has this layer of orange kind of bacteria, microorganisms that has just grown around it. But you can see how clear that water is. Look at the water coming up out of that spring. It actually comes out in 2 different spots. And this has a whole little pond as well that's here by this spring as well. And then it feeds out into the Gibbon River on the other side. But look at how clear that water is. Looks very inviting, doesn't it? But at the same time, you can feel the heat from the springs. Hi everybody.
Hello.
Well, hope you enjoyed the video of Yellowstone. We know it's a little longer than the ones that we normally do, but there's so much to see there, and we only showed you just a tiny bit of it. So if you go, it's just amazing.
You'll have the same kind of footage we do. Well,
yeah,
long footage.
Yeah, and I know I use the word beautiful at least 75 times in those videos, but
It's okay. It really is beautiful. I mean,
it is. It's just,
you're so amazed at how beautiful everything is. It just takes your breath away. And it's been a long time since I've been in a park where, you know, it does that. You know, just everything you see is just amazing. And being on the East Coast, we don't have.
I mean, we have
stuff.
A lot of stuff that's beautiful,
We do.
but not like Moab and Yellowstone and that
really
kind
pretty.
of stuff.
But
I'm still a big fan of Moab myself.
yes. Well, going back to Moab, I'm sure in the future.
We will.
Just want to tell you though, if you go, we may have said it in our video, but you want to go early in the morning. If you're there in the summer, I don't think it's too bad in the fall and the spring, but I do know in the summertime, if you go like we would go at 5:30 in the morning, and that seemed to be a good time to be there and see things. And sometimes it takes you an hour to 2 hours to get to the other side of things you might want to see, wildlife that you want to see.
Yeah, we stayed in West Yellowstone.
We did, so we were right by the gate there, so it wasn't bad at all. And
but it gets crowded.
it does get crowded.
It does
Now
get crowded.
we did have some friends go in May, and they said that they got up and went early too because it does get crowded. It's just so pretty and everything, and you just want to go and be able to take it all in and not be there with so many of the crowds. I know one day we went at 5:30. It was cold. It was cold. I had a jacket on over top of my sweatshirt because it was cold. But within a couple hours, you know, I was peeling stuff off. So
it started warming up.
It started warming up, so it got better. But you know, just try to go early. That's the one tip we have for you. And if it's on your bucket list, go. If it's not, put it on your bucket list because you'll be so happy you did. It's just an amazing place to be.
It really is. It's a great park.
And we really enjoyed seeing Buddy the Bison, we called him.
Yeah.
We see him several times.
That lone bison running around by himself.
I'm sure you'll see him on the road.
We
there.
nicknamed him Buddy, and we now have a stuffed animal to
Called
match
Buddy.
him, that we call Buddy.
And so I guess when we went to some other states, we saw some bison, and we always thought, well, Buddy's probably in there somewhere, or some of his family's in there. So anyway, but we hope you're doing well. We really appreciate you following us. We hope you enjoyed the video. If you have any questions, leave a comment below, or if you have any suggestions, leave a comment below. We just really had a good time there and wanted to share that with you. And we hope you're well, and you're having a great summer. Everything's starting to wind down now with the summer ending, and we hope that everything is going well for you and your family. So we appreciate, like we said, we appreciate you following us. It means a lot to us. And one of the fun parts that I was telling Tom today was that it's been fun to see people stop and see us and say hi.
Yeah, just to meet
us. People. And so it's been great. We love talking to people, as you can tell.
Yeah.
As you can tell, we like to do that.
Yep.
So anyway,
we will
see you around a campfire. Bye.
Bye, everybody.
Hi.
Well, we hope you enjoyed our video of Yellowstone. I know it's a little longer than most of the videos that we do.
You got a bug. You start again.
Yeah.